A disappointing day for Dublin and for Irish football.
No, absolutely, and it's not just a disappointing day for all of the FAI staff here at our offices in Abbottstown, but also for many other people who've been working actually tirelessly on the project for over 7 years now. So our bid partners at Dublin City Council, the government and Aviva Stadium, and we want to thank them for all of their support and help over that period, but also our event partners with the LOS team and in particular our 1,200 volunteers who have also worked extraordinarily hard to get to this point. And let's be clear, we were ready to host the games if we were allowed to. But the reality is that since the turn of the year, the pandemic situation here in Ireland has worsened rather than improved. And as much as UEFA wanted to have fans in our stadia, the government, as hard as they tried, couldn't find a way to allow us to have the 25% that UEFA wanted. And in the end, as we have done across the whole of the past 12 months or so, we absolutely respect the government's position, and ultimately public safety is the most important thing. And so in the end it became quite simple. UEFA wanted fans in the stadia. Our government, as hard as they tried, couldn't find a way to deliver on that, and so we've got to the decision that's been made today.
It'll be a particular disappointment for the Polish and Slovakian communities living in Ireland.
No, absolutely, and I feel desperately for them who wanted to see their teams here in Dublin. And look, I also feel sorry for those people here in Ireland who had tickets for the matches as well, because they were thoroughly looking forward to them. And I'd also like to say an apology really to the Swedish, the Polish and the Slovakian FA that they can't get to Dublin and to enjoy first of all the hospitality that Dublin would almost certainly have given them, and for them to have seen at first hand the passion that we have here in Ireland for the game of football. That's a real shame, but as I say, we are where we are.
So Jonathan, where now for Dublin and for the FAI?
Well, first of all, I'm pleased to say that we had very constructive discussions with UEFA, and I'm thrilled at the prospect of us hosting a UEFA club final at some point in the very near future here in Dublin. So that's great news. Secondly, we remain committed to working with our fellow FAs of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland in relation to the feasibility study for hosting a FIFA World Cup in 2030. So that remains a priority for us. But most importantly, we now double down on our efforts to get fans back into our own stadia across the rest of this year. So I'm talking about our League of Ireland stadia, our Women's National League stadia, and in particular ahead of our World Cup qualifiers in the autumn, back into the Aviva Stadium and also back into Tallaght Stadium as well. So we will really work hard on that moving forward. And then secondly, I think probably it's fair to say when one door closes, another window opens. So I'm actually thrilled that we can say that on Monday, our younger players can get back to non-contact training. So that's a really important point for us. And our commitment now is to push government as hard as we can to get all of our players back and playing and training and enjoying the game of football that they love.